What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Gibbon here today with a slightly different video for you. What I wanted to do was kind of talk about what's in my mind as I'm playing as a casual player playing competitive. So I thought we'd take a look at Hanamura. It's quite a good game actually, and just sort of explain to you why I'm doing what I'm doing and the reasons for sort of playing the way that I'm actually playing the game on this basis. So they were all channeled up at the choke point there. So what I actually decided to do was boost over and try and make a bit of a nuisance of myself over on the other side. So this was the thing that was key for me, is that I just basically just wanted to make a nuisance of myself and give the enemy team something to think about, mainly because they were all focused onto one section. So the idea behind it from my point of view was thinking that if I kind of move around near the back near their base, it kind of splits them up a little bit and it makes them have to focus on more than one area, and it makes them have to look at various other areas at the same time rather than sort of just where they are. So you can see where I'm positioned here. I'm just up at the top, and I am literally just causing a bit of a nuisance to myself. I've noticed that they've got a Torb, they've got a Symmetra, so I'm preparing myself for the fact that there's going to be a shield coming, or there's going to be a teleporter that's coming up. And one of the key things, because Symmetra is now such an OP pick for particularly these types of maps, is that as soon as that comes up, you have to be able to get to where it is and kill it. Now, I play Symmetra quite a lot, so I kind of know the normal places where people are going to put down things like the shield generator or the teleporter, and I know, for example, that they're going to put it at the back of the point, which is where it actually is. So I do my part, go over and take out the teleporter, which is obviously going to give us a little bit more of advantage in terms of when they come in, trying to stop us from actually getting the point. So again, I'm just making the nuisance of myself, and I'm going to boost jump onto a roof up here, just out of the way. And it is just going to be a case of me just standing here and just supremely just making an absolute nuisance of myself. Again, trying to make sure that they're focusing fire on different areas. And the key thing that I'm looking for here is where my team start to push. And you can see it happening just on the right-hand side. We've got the Bastion that's ulted, and he's starting to push around to the right, and the Sombra's gone round to the right. So I figure that we can do a bit of a pincer manoeuvre. And I've got Mercy healing me at the same time as well, which is quite good. So we get onto the point. You can see here we've actually got them in quite a good position. We're actually putting lane damage down onto them as well, and just trying to take as many people out as we possibly can. Because of the pincer movement that we've done, everybody's moved onto the point at the same time, which just gives us a greater overall advantage of being able to capture. And we do a bit of a double ult blow off here. I managed to get the double kill from my ult, and again, because they haven't got the teleporter up, it means that they can't get back to the point fast enough, and it is literally now just a case of capping the point and waiting to go ahead to go and get point B, which, spoiler alert, we don't do, but I'll explain why it doesn't happen. And it's a little bit kind of my fault-ish, so to speak, but it's, you know, it's just one of those things. It happens that way sometimes. So I take out this Bastion here, and I always, if I'm playing as D.Va, what I always try to do is I always try to get across on the left-hand side first, because you get quite a decent vantage point up high. So I'm going to boost over, and believe me, even though it's easy to do in D.Va, I have fucked this up so many times. Try to do that and ended up falling off the edge. So what I'm looking for here is just to get a bit of a gauge as to what's going on. And just to point out as well, I am solo queuing playing this as well, so I'm trying to do the best for my team at the same time. And again, you can see we've got a person up top and a person down below. And I'm also, and I think this is a thing, if I can give anybody a tip, particularly when you're trying to capture a point, pay attention to the kill feed in the top right hand side of your screen. For example, there are 3 kills, 3 of our players have killed 3 of their players, so it gives you an overall statistical advantage to be able to jump onto the point and maybe do some work, for want of a better phrase, and try and take them out and try and capture the point. Now, I get taken out of my suit here, but I am really conscious of the fact that I don't want to die, because I don't want to have to run back all that way. So again, Mercy doing a phenomenal job keeping me healed and everything. And this bit was funny because it was literally just giving me the DPS bonus that you get for shooting with your gun. I was literally, it charged up so fast it wasn't even funny. So I got back into my mech really quickly. And again, we've just got numerical advantage here to try and take them out as quick as we can. The important thing for me was to take out the Pharah quickly, because the Pharah, what they tend to do, particularly on Hanamura on point B, is the Pharah will hide up on top, particularly if she's got her ult, and she'll wait for you to get onto the point and then literally just try and lay down a complete ult on you. You'll actually see her do it in a little while. and I managed to just kind of take her out. But I've got my ult again, and I'm just going to flick it in. I can see 2 people up on the other side of my team, so it's just a case, bang on the ult, managed to get a nice little double kill, take out her turrets. What I didn't realise was that Mercy had her ult, and that she rezzed absolutely everybody. And then they put on their ult because we were all attacking at the same time. So I'm conscious of trying to keep myself alive, because the amount of damage that I can take is statistically higher than pretty much everybody else on my team. I want to make sure that I stay alive and don't get taken out of my mech for any sort of ridiculous reason, when I can just be playing a little bit more passively, just laying a bit of DPS down, and again just keeping them thinking about which direction I'm going to come in to allow my team to get back in and positionally get back where they need to be. Going to stress this now, I am not a pro player by any stretch of the imagination. What I just really wanted to do was just give you a little bit of a mindset as to where I was, and kind of when I'm playing competitive, how I kind of do it and how I kind of view what my role is, dependent on obviously the character that I'm playing. This next little push here that we tried to do nearly caps us the point. Now I come down the right hand side, I know pretty much they're all stood behind the point. Torb's got his turret up, and you can see them all there. They're all literally stood there, and what I need is I need help. So luckily Bastion comes down and blocking. Bastion runs through and literally stuns everybody, and then I just go to town and fire and fire and fire and fire and fire. And the thing that really wrecked this point here is that I tried to get D.Va out of a mech and I couldn't do it. But again, you're going to see here there, Pharah's gone up. This is a mistake that I made. I should never have gone up here. I should have stayed down low. Pharah's going to ult in a sec. There it is. Managed to take her out, so managed to escape it. But because I did that rather than focusing on the Pharah, it gave the enemy team enough time to come back onto the point. That was the point where we could have capped it 100%. But unfortunately, because of what I deem it as my fault, what I did in terms of trying to jump up to get the Pharah rather than staying down and just focusing fire, that stopped us from capping the point. And then I get taken out at this point here. I think in a second I come out of my mech, even though there's a lot of my teammates hanging around. I come out of my mech and get taken out by a Ryan. I think it's either the Reinhardt or the D.Va out of her mech. Anyways, it's one or the other. Can't remember. And that, like I said, it costs us the point on that section and stops us from being able to get point B. Oogie doogie. So moving on to round 2, I decide that I'm going to go as Ryan because we've got a Bastion. I'm going to say I hardly ever play Reinhardt, but this is the other reason why I wanted to bring you this gameplay. This was actually quite good for me. I was quite impressed, and there is an absolute clutch res from Mercy towards the end as well that you're going to be able to see. So for me, we've actually got quite a good team comp. We've got a Torb, we've got a Bastion, we've also got a Symmetra as well, so we can either get the shield or we can get the what do we call it? The teleporter. I couldn't remember what it was. Our little tip is Symmetra. Go down to where the enemies spawn in, where they've got to come through that gate. Whack all of your turrets round there, and I can pretty much guarantee that you'll get 40 to 45% of your ult charge straight away. Just a little tip that I found out, that I discovered watching the video, tried it for myself and it worked. So, what I'm doing here, obviously, I'm protecting Bastion, so I'm putting my shield up for Bastion, so Bastion can just lay down fire. Mercy stood behind, this is real sweaty, I know, but whatever. Mercy stood behind and she's healing and buffing him at the same time. And then when my shield goes down, while she's keeping him healed, and obviously as well because he can heal himself, I'm just waiting for my shield to generate up, and it is literally just a case of just blocking it to make sure that they can't make any kind of runs. And because of where Torb's got his turret placed, literally behind us, it's taking out anybody that's kind of running through and flanking us at any particular moment in time. So it is literally, it's boring to watch, I fully appreciate that, but the whole idea is that my job as I see it, if we've got a Bastion, is literally to protect that Bastion, full stop. That's all that I need to do. Protect the Bastion, protect incoming fire, and that's it really. That's all that I need to do. Just keep him protected. Then when my shield comes down, try and let my shield generate as quickly as possible. Get back to protecting Bastion again, purely because of the volley of bullets that he can fly. So that's what I'm consciously thinking about, is checking on where my shield is and just making sure that everything's correct and that Bastion is being fully protected. I think Bastion ulted at this point. Yeah, he did. And so he's just literally just running around. I think, from memory, yeah, I back off in a second. I can't remember why. I think it's because Bastion was taken out, and what I was trying to do was just be a nuisance again, really, and just try and hold certain points. Their Reinhardt had come in, so I charged the Reinhardt, and then I'm just literally just going to chase him upstairs. I see him as one of the bigger threats, not just for me, but because we've got quite a couple. We've got 3 squishies on our team, which makes it difficult, particularly if Ryan could get into a good position. And then for me here, this little section here, all I'm thinking about is getting onto the point and contesting. Now I get my ult here, and I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to Earth Shatter as soon as, yeah, well you can see there, Earth Shatter straight away, and then just take the entire enemy team out as best as we can. And again, Torb was putting in some serious work at this point. And then because they've got such a short space of time before they can actually get back onto the point, this is it. It looks boring. Admittedly, it looks boring. But from a tactical point of view, it's absolutely perfect. And again, what I'm trying to do here is protect Bastion. What I would have liked us to do, in fairness, is because they were so far back anyways, I would have liked us to have gone back to the left again and pushed further forwards. We did technically nearly put ourselves at a slight disadvantage because we moved straight back onto the point and just kind of stayed there. We should have gone back to the left a little bit just to protect that side of things. So again, I'm just looking around, block Farah's ult. She comes on and puts out her ultimate. I meant to put my shield up, completely forgot, not that that was going to stop anybody. Here comes the clutch. Wait for it. Clutch, just absolutely clutch from Mercy. And again, this stopped them from winning the game completely. Keep my shield up, block off Junkrat's Tire of Doom, and then it is literally just a case of just trying to hold the point off for as long as we can and just defend it. Do a little quick charge, take a couple of people through, take somebody out. I think Reinhardt gets taken down. I get my arse saved by the Torb. Again, the Torb that was on the point was putting in work. So for me now, it's just a case of shielding, seeing what's around, and just making sure that we are keeping everything locked down as tight as we possibly can. So again, I'm just thinking about, for me, from my point of view, I'm thinking about where they could potentially come from. The top, like you can see there, you've got Diva bouncing around like a jackrabbit. I don't know what she's planning on doing there, but for me, I needed to push her back so I could go and get the heel chunk in the corner, which I actually managed to do. So that was quite good, very special. I'm very pleased with that. And then she nearly tried to take me out again, but again, I'm just holding it at the top. And then they have one last push, basically, is the right way of saying it, where they all get onto the point and try and get the point off of us. But luckily, because of the way that the team was set up, everybody was doing damage and everybody was taking everybody out. So luckily, thankfully, happily, as you can see in a second, we are going to win this game. So I am chuffed at that one. I never play Reinhardt. I think I did alright. You might tell me in the comment section down below that I didn't, but I felt like I had a good game. And you're going to see here, my Earth Shatter gave Ryan, not Ryan, sorry, gave Torb the play of the game. So yeah, you go for one for Torb, one for the little Swedish midget. Happy about that. Midget, that's not PC, is it? No, it's not really PC. Do you know what? I don't care. Don't really care. Don't really care. Just enjoy it. Anyways, that's going to do it for this one, guys. Hopefully, it gives you a little bit of an insight into what I'm thinking when I'm playing competitive. Hopefully, you find it useful. If you do, please don't forget to click the like button. If you're new to my channel, please also don't forget to subscribe. And we will see you on the next one, guys. Thank you for stopping by. Peace.